What's going on, people? Jada Black here. I am back with another video. Shout out to everybody for tuning in and supporting. Make sure y'all subscribe to the live channel. The link is in the description box, as well as my other content from other channels as well. Make sure you like this video too. I want to talk about Carlos Boozer, former NBA player. And according to this theblast.com article, his child support payments decrease after basically no longer playing. And I think this is actually going to be more and more of a trend for retired athletes. I think they're taking more of a note from what happens with these other guys, and they're following suit. Now, it says Carlos Boozer made around $146 million during his NBA career, but those paychecks are gone and he can no longer afford to make his child support payments. So he's negotiated them down to merely a $380 a month for his 3 children. Damn. I mean, can Blake Griffin get that deal? Maybe not now. Maybe when he retires, you know? I know some of these other guys as well would want to have that particular type of deal as well. Let's see. According to court documents obtained by the Blast, Boozer asked the court earlier this year to decrease his $8,000 monthly child support payments to his ex-wife Cindy Boozer. Their divorce was nasty. The couple was married, split after reports Carlos had an affair with a contestant from The Bachelor. Damn. And then remarried again before Carlos filed for divorce for good in 2012. So he filed for divorce. The Boozers finally reached an agreement in 2015, but in his recent filings, Carlos claimed there had been substantial change in his income since the time of their deal. When he agreed to pay $8,000, he was playing for the Los Angeles Lakers and he expected to continue his career, but did not get any offers. He ended up playing in China in 2016, but announced his retirement in December of 2017. The original agreement had a provision that allowed him to ask for a decrease if his income dropped and he moved back to Florida. Cindy originally demanded his motion be dismissed and support not be modified. But Carlos and Cindy attended mediation where they were ultimately able to settle their issues per their new deal. They will now split custody 50-50, and Carlos will only pay a total of $382 a month in support for the kids. The amount is based on Carlos' income of $19,000 a month, and Cindy's balling herself with $15,000 a month in income. He will also pay his ex-wife $10,000 to cover arrears owed for other child expenses. Carlos told his ex-wife he is trying to get a job in broadcasting and may need to adjust custody if he obtains a job. So, looking at this situation, she's making almost the same amount of money as him each month. Now, I don't know if he has really smart lawyers or he's just very good at, finessing his ex. Because, some guys, all they have to do is have a conversation with their ex and it calms them down. They just have a certain hold mentally, not mentally, but just have like they can gain, not gain them. They know how to manipulate others' feelings. And I think that all she really wanted was to just sit down and talk to Carlos, because according to the article, he filed for divorce, okay, for good. And if you look at their incomes, it's almost similar. And what's crazy is that all it took was him getting 50-50 custody and him giving her $382 a month. What I think she wanted, I believe she's one of those women, just by looking at this, because she makes her own money, okay? She's good with taking care of her kids or what she has. I believe what she really wanted ultimately, that was more than money. She wanted him to have at least 50% physical custody, because I think she wants to have a social life. I think she wants to be able to do other things. She's making her own money. I don't think she wants money from him like that, even though she didn't want him to adjust the child support. But it seems like he was willing to take on fatherly duties. He was willing to take care of the kids. He was willing to take them to school. You know, he's willing to have them stay with him. And I think that to her, that meant more than money. Okay? And I think that's why she's okay with only getting $382. How many women do y'all know will be cool with being with a former NBA player and him only wanting to give her, you know, $382 a month? How many women would be cool with that? I don't know too many women who will be cool with getting only $382 a month from a guy who's still making about $19,000 a month, because according to the Blake Griffin child support scale, she should be getting about, you know, $3,000-4,000 a month. But the fact that he is splitting custody, and that's pretty much what she probably wanted, that meant more to her than money. Okay, and I don't see anywhere to where she, you know, and I think maybe because their income is similar, maybe she is done, you know, dealing with men who she has to get money from. Maybe she's more focused on getting her own money, which is what a lot of these women should do. A lot of these other women should focus on getting their own money instead of trying to milk another man for money, because there's going to come a point in time when you're no longer going to get that money. You're no longer going to get that bag. Okay? Because let's say with Blake Griffin, his baby mama's alleged to be getting over $200,000 a month. It's gonna come a time where he's gonna retire and he's not gonna be making that same amount of money. She's not gonna get that, and then she's probably not gonna even take care of that money. She's gonna blow it all, and then when the time comes when them kids have gotten, you know, over the age of 18, she's gonna be broke. She's gonna be looking for the next man to impregnate her or take care of her. Now, mind you, this is a woman who, Blake Griffin's ex, this woman has a kid with Matt Leinart. Matt Leinart was a former first-round pick in the NFL. The guy is now doing broadcasting for Fox. He's still making some decent money. And she's talking about how after her and Blake Griffin broke up, she was broken homeless. How are you broken homeless? Ain't you getting child support from Matt Leinart? Or, you know, him, you know, being your baby father, and maybe y'all, you know, still seeing each other here and then, maybe that was good enough. I don't know. But looking at the situation with Carlos Boozer, man, who's your lawyer? What advice are you getting? Because trust me, this is going to be the trend. You know, what's his name? Matt Barnes did this a little bit with his finances. Like, as soon as he retired, he looked at his finances and he saw something was wrong. And he ended up suing his ex for stealing money, and he won his lawsuit. So, or he beat her in court because she was countersuing him. So I think what a lot of these athletes are doing, they're wising up. They're saying, wait a minute, let me check my books. You know, let me make sure I get a lawyer. We go to court and get these child support amended. And that's what's going to happen more. A lot of these guys, once they're no longer making that big money, they're going to go and try to get that shit amended. And some of these women need to take a page out of Carlos Boozer's wife's playbook. Go and make your own money. And you know what's interesting is that, look at Nas and Khloe. Khloe is making reportedly over $1 million on her own a year. Why are you still asking Nas for money? Why are you still asking Nas for money? Why are you going? It's almost like you claim you left the relationship because he was so abusive, but you can't stop going to that man for money. Either you're bad with money or you still want to be with Nas, low key. I think what it is that when a man falls out of love for a woman, he may still be with her, but she can sense that he no longer really cares about her like that. So what she'll do is then she'll leave the relationship because she realizes that he really doesn't care for her like that. You know, he's with her out of just, you know, them having children together, but he's no longer doing the little things that she likes. You know, he's no longer showering her with attention and affection. and she wants to go find it somewhere else. She thinks the grass is always greener. It never really is, you know. But Carlos Boozer, who's your lawyer, the fact that you on the West Coast and you know how biased they are towards men with money when they leave relationships and have, you know, kids with women. I think this is going to be a trend. You're going to see other guys look at this and say, you know what, all I have to do is talk to my ex. All I have to do is calm her down. All I have to do is sort of finesse her a bit, you know? Not finesse in a bad way. Finessed as in he was able to, you know, go into court and say, listen, I don't care what y'all say. I'm not paying her $8,000 a month and I don't have $8,000 a month to give her. You know, I have my own expenses. You know, I'm unemployed. I'm an unemployed ex-NBA player. Now, I really do think these NBA players need to take care of their money better. They're trying to live these extravagant lifestyles. And what happens is once their career is over, it's over. Because according to the article, he went to the Lakers thinking that he was going to continue to make big money. And it did not happen that way. You got to take care of your money. You got to invest your money right. If you want investment advice, go to Nas. Some of these other guys.